In this video, we're going to take a look at addition and subtraction of matrices. Now, the first thing we need to talk about here when we're adding and subtracting matrices is that the dimensions of the matrices must match. So for example, here we take a look at this first example. A is a 2 by 2 matrix and B is also a 2 by 2 matrix. So we could do A plus B. However, if A was, say, a 2 by 2 matrix like it is here, but B was a 3 by 3 matrix, then we couldn't do A plus B. Okay, so you must have both matrices be in the same dimension. And as a result of this, for example here, A plus B, this would also give you a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so the result of whatever you're adding or subtracting will also be a result of basically the dimensions that you're working with. So if we take a look at this first example here, where we've got the matrix A, the matrix B, and we're asked to calculate A plus B, well, to do addition of matrices and subtraction, we work with the individual elements. So like we said, this will be a 2 by 2 matrix. And if I want this top left element, we take the top left element of A and then add the top left element of B together. So 1 plus 2, that gives me 3. We now do the same with the top right element. So 3 plus 1, giving me 4. 2 plus 0, giving me 2. And then finally 4 plus 3, giving me 7. And like you can see, quite straightforward. Obviously, you just need to ensure that the dimensions match of the matrices. Okay, so that's the solution to our first example. Let's take a look at this example here now where we're subtracting. And really with subtraction, the method of working is the exact same. The only thing that you need to be careful of here is working with signs. So for example, we've got 2 by 2 matrices here. So we'll also get a 2 by 2 matrix for our result. So let's just write that here. So we're going to get a 2 by 2 matrix. So the top left element of our 2 by 2 matrix here will be 1 minus minus 2. So this is why I'm saying just be careful with the signs here. So clearly 1 minus minus 2 is the same as 1 plus 2, giving me 3 there for that top left element. Okay, so this is why it's quite easy to make a mistake, so just be careful of this. 0 minus 5 gives me minus 5. 4 minus minus 1, so again just be careful with signs here, it's the same as 4 plus 1, giving me 5. And then 2 minus 0, giving me 2 there. Okay, and that's our result. And then finally, we've got this last example here, again, where we're doing subtraction. And again, just ensuring that the dimensions do match, and clearly they do here. So we can perform this subtraction, again, just working with the individual elements. So my top left element here for our matrix will be 5 minus 1, giving me 4. For the top right, it's going to be 0 minus minus 1, so the same as 0 plus 1, giving me 1. 0 minus 2, so we get minus 2. 4 minus 1, giving me 3. 3 minus 3, giving me 0. And then finally 5 minus 4, giving me 1 there. Okay, and that's our result. This is 0 here, so in the bottom left there. Okay, and that's what you should get for this final example. So we've worked through a couple of examples together now. Now it's your turn to have a go at a couple of practice questions. As always, pause the video now, have a quick go, and then we'll take a look together and see what you should have got. So hopefully you got an okay with these two problems. Let's take a look at what you should have got now. So here we've got the matrix A and B, and they're defined as follows. So what we want to do here for the first problem is calculate A plus B. So what we're going to get here is, because we're working with 3 by 3 matrix for A, 3 by 3 matrix for B, A plus B will also be a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so hopefully this will be large enough, we'll see. Top left element is going to be 1 plus 1, giving us 2. 2 plus 0 gives me 2. And then 3 plus 1 gives me 4. Okay, so I just like to work across the rows as I go. I would recommend doing this in a methodical order, so either work from going across in the rows or down by the columns. Okay, so that's the first row done. For the next row, 3 plus 2 gives me 5. 2 plus 0 gives me 2. And then finally 1 plus 2 gives me 3. And now working along the bottom row here, 1 plus 4 gives me 5. 0 plus 2 gives me 2. And then finally 1 plus 3 gives me 4 there. Okay, and that's our result of A plus B. And then this last problem here is a little bit different, but it's nothing too challenging. It's just testing that you do understand how the addition works. And, you know, it just works with a bit of basic linear equations, essentially. So we've got this matrix here that's added with this matrix, and this is our result. So we're asked to find the values of the constants A, B, C, and D. So for example, we know if we add this matrix and this matrix together, we get 3, 1, 2, 6. So this top left element here is given by 1 plus b. So we know 1 plus b is equal to 3. So therefore, we're just solving this linear equation now. Really basic, goes back to our GCSE maths. Therefore, b is equal to 2. So we know the value of b. Now we know, if we go along here, a plus 3 is equal to 1. So like we just said, a plus 3 is equal to 1. So therefore, solving this equation here, so a is equal then to 1 minus 3, giving me minus 2 there. Going along now in the bottom left element, 2 plus d is equal to 2. So 2 plus d is equal to 2. So therefore, d must be equal to 0. And then finally, if we take a look at the bottom right element here, we've got c plus minus 1. So plus minus 1, that's the same as just subtracting 1. So c minus 1 is equal to 6. So therefore, c is simply equal to 7. Okay. And there we have it. So that brings us to the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to take a look at multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. As always, thanks for watching.